Our arts reporter Eli Glasner joins me now. So Eli, kids in American and also in Canadian schools still study that book. Tell us about its impact and the author.
To Kill a Mockingbird has become required reading for millions and millions of people around the world. Over 30 million copies of that amazing masterpiece of a novel have been sold. 40 different translations. Amazing kind of universal appeal to a book that is so specific, talking about what happened in a small town in the 1930s in Alabama. And Harper Lee, the author herself, now dead at the age of 89, really drew on her own experiences growing up, very poor. She said little toys, but lots of imagination. Her life was similar to what you found in the book. She was much like her main character, Scout, a tomboy. Her father was a lawyer. She was born Nell Harper Lee in April 28th of 1926 in Monroeville, Alabama. And so this book was very similar, the South in the 30s, but different in that it was about a trial that tears this town apart. The pressure of the mob to convict an innocent black man in a rape case, that young daughter Scout who takes everything in, and much of her perspective, I think, inspired by Harper Lee's own perspective. Of course, after the book, which she didn't think would be a hit and received the Pulitzer Prize, well, then we had the movie from 1962. You see it there. Gregory Peck on your screen playing the lawyer Atticus Finch, trying to defend this innocent man charged with rape, handed the case of a lifetime. His daughter Scout, seeing everything, doesn't miss a beat. I'm going to play you a scene now about that man there, Tom Robinson. He is on trial for rape. And Atticus is basically cross-examining the victim and trying to make a point about Tom's strength. There's Scout, but take a look at this clip.
Now then, this time, will you please catch it with your left hand?
I can't, sir.
Why can't you?
I can't use my left hand at all. I got it caught in a cotton gin when I was 12 years old. All my muscles were tore loose.
See how that woman jumps there at that gavel, and that's almost, I think, the reaction when people saw that movie. Went on to the Oscars, 8 nominations, 3 awards. Lee herself said it was one of the best adaptations she'd seen, but her own art kind of stifled. She retreated into seclusion, didn't write another novel for many decades. She was said by the people of the town where she lived with warm, witty woman who enjoyed life, played golf, read voraciously, and then finally she gave us something new to read last year, Go Set a Watchman, which was actually the first novel she tried to get published, and in that novel were the seeds of what would become her masterpiece, To Kill a Mockingbird.
And what's some of the reaction that you've been seeing?
I mean, a lot of people really just mourning the amazing work that she's done, and that's, I think, her words is how she will be remembered. Erin Brockovich, the advocate, activist, said, To Kill a Mockingbird, wow, standing up for what's right is not a new idea. We just needed to be reminded from time to time. Rest in peace, Harper Lee. Ava DuVernay, the director of the movie Selma, said, you never really understand a person until you climb into his skin and walk around in it. Thank you, Harper Lee. That's a quote from the novel. And finally, Erica Jung saying, rest in peace, Harper Lee. Real courage is when you know you're licked before you begin, but you begin anyway, and you see it through no matter what. Harper Lee gone at the age of 89. But again, those quotes, those words, that novel certainly will live on for years and years.